Disconnected and reconnected. What was that all about? I'm on Ethernet. What are you doing? And then with my parents, well, my dad passed away in November 2024, so over a year ago now. It's just my mom back in Canada, but of course I could move back there and be close to her and help her. But my mom has been coming to visit, and my dad came to visit before he passed. F Stream Warlock, are we back now? I did see the it did drop for me. It told me, but it should be back. It should be back. Maybe I'll wait a little bit until someone types in chat.
Sending an invite is easy. Just click on send invite.
IT professional, by the way, your sound mic sounds off. Chat is ripping on Geezer. Just do
Can we
IRL.
enable
Ooh,
She-Man's voice,
that's
please?
Moxie. Back, Warlock. Hey, you're back.
How do you join my?
That took a while because I mean the drop was very short, and then when I went on the dashboard, it showed. You know, by the time I checked, I was back, and yeah, the stream didn't cut. What were the detention facilities like? I talked about that. There's no way I was down for that long. I was in Arizona in a jail because the detention facilities are full, so ICE is renting space in jails, and it was quite a lot of us. Pretty crowded. I mean, you at capacity, I guess, like high end of their capacity, and a lot of movement, people coming and going. A lot of people decide to deport, self-deport. They would rather go back home than stay locked up over here. So that happens a lot, and then other people are fighting their case. Even though I was in a jail, it was all just ICE detainees that I was with, so it was like people locked up, not inmates, all detainees. And I mean, I was fine. Less fights because people have more on the line. So for one, people either usually people, so it used to be 3 months and then they extended it to 6 months. So in the maximum 3 months they need to make a decision. But there was people there for longer. Like if they're fighting asylum, then they can take them, keep them in there for a lot longer. And then there's the people getting out on bail, which is what happened to me. Then those guys get back out, or the people that say I'm ready to leave, I'll self-deport. So people move on one way or another. And the thing is, if say you get in a fight, then it's a battery charge, and that could keep you here instead of deporting. So you go to jail for battery, and then when that term is over, you're still back in ICE custody waiting to get deported. Or if you're trying to stay here, then having a battery charge is bad for your immigration case. So people don't get into fights too much. It's pretty chill. I mean, some people are more depressed than others. Some people take it pretty hard, and that's why they say, like, screw this, I'll deport instead. How was the food? Conditions are like in prison. So I think there was actually a jail. I don't know if it was a prison or a jail. You share a toilet and you take communal showers. Are you locked in the cell for 23 hours a day? So there was two phases. When I got there, I was in this larger area that they call the motel, that's supposed to be temporary. But there wasn't too much of a method. Like, some people would only be there for a few hours even, and then move on to what they call the permanent housing. And other people were there for months in the motel. I forgot how much it was for me exactly. I have some notes. I'd have to go back in the notes and then like digitize my notes so I can get rid of the paper, and then I'm able to see it on the computer. But I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks I was in the motel, which seemed long at the time, but then that means I was 3 weeks on the other side too. So motel is a big area. There was up to 150 of us. There was 13 of us in a room sharing a toilet. So yeah, you're sharing a toilet with 13 people. The showers weren't quite communal. It's kind of like the gyms where you have separate stalls, like one area with separate stalls. I don't know if you would consider that communal showers, but not like the one big area with showers coming down. Technically separate showers. Normally you're not locked down in the cell. You're locked down at night, and then there's different lockdowns during the day. Usually like before meals they lock you down. Just, I don't know, like that's just how they do it. They lock you down and then they let you back out. Then you're locked down for cleaning. So there's different lockdowns during the day, but they're not. Some are longer than others. So some are like an hour or two, and then others are much shorter. What happens is if there's a fight, then they do a lockdown for a day, 24 hours, or even longer, and that did happen, because even though I said there's not many fights, but fights did break out. One over the microwave. Then they locked us down for, I think, like 2 days actually. And then like soon after that, within a week, there was another fight over the tablets. That time they locked us down for shorter, because it's like, what does locking down matter at that point? So the people that fight, they take them away to, like, they actually go into solitary at that point, and I think usually they get transferred to another facility. But then you're punishing all the other people that didn't do anything. I guess to just kind of deter it from happening. But look, in that case, like it happened, we went on a long lockdown, and then another fight still broke out, like really soon after. And well, at least then that on the second one, they gave us a shorter lockdown, because I don't know, I guess they realized that it's not happening. So anti-vax or the AI mod censored your comment. That wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't have censored that, but saying like Canadian white immigrants, black, Latinos, I guess that's too much for the Kick AI mod. I was not the only white person, but majority is Latinos, like a lot of Latinos. Mexicans, Cubans, but you get some other ones too, El Salvador, Colombia, but Mexico is the biggest one, obviously, and then Cuba's quite big, and then you got all the other ones. There was some white people. Canadians, I only met one other Canadian, this really old guy, and then they told me there was some others, but not too many. There was some Europeans, there was a couple of Romanians, well, and a couple Russians, but yeah, majority Latinos, blacks, some blacks, but like black Latinos usually. I'm not being deported, but I do have an open immigration case. So there is a chance, Chopswig, that they still deport me. But I have a strong case with having a wife and family here. See, so the main reason that I'm out on bail is that I came in legally and I overstayed, because they made a law that if you came illegally, you're not allowed to get out on bond. Then you have to fight your case in from detention. Was everyone friendly? The inmate? Yeah, relatively. I mean, I had little disagreements with people. So, like I was saying, the moves like from the motel, the big area with 150 people, and then move to the permanent housing, as they call it. In the permanent was much better. It was a smaller group. I forget how much, but maybe it was maybe like 30 of us as opposed to 150. So much less friction. And with the 150, there was like a lot of change. So when I came in a group of, I think it was 10 of us when we came in. And the room was empty, so I got in the room. And then people kind of leave, and new people come in. So the whole room ended up changing. I was like the only one left from day one. And then like a whole new crew came in. And then again, the same thing, like slowly, like a couple people leave. Their beds pretty much get filled right away because it was at capacity. Like, I wouldn't say over capacity, but like pretty much at capacity. And then finally, like my turn came up, which again, like there was no method that I could see to this, because like I was kind of on the long end of staying in the temporary housing before I went to the permanent. And then the permanent, it was much chiller. And but I mean, my time wasn't that long. I read a lot. I read quite a few books. I read all of The Fountainhead by Annie Rand, and about 3/4 of Atlas Shrugged. Atlas Shrugged is 1,000 pages. The Fountainhead is about 700. I read a whole bunch of other books, but like a regular book I would rip through in like 2 days. Like a 200-page book I would be able to read in about 3 days. So yeah. How much did I pay for bail? Should I tell you? My bail was $7,500. I should have told my lawyer to ask for a lower bail, but I was kind of just worried about getting the bail. So I was happy when I got it, and thank God we were able to pay it. Food was okay. I went in at 183 pounds, and I dropped a couple at the beginning, and then I gained it back up. So I came back out at 183. Food was okay, and there was Jewel paid for things. Yeah, she paid the bail and the lawyer and my commissary. I had commissary, so then I started ordering some things and eating on top of what they were giving us. But it wasn't too bad, really. Like you're fine. You're fine. And then so again, I lost some weight at the beginning. Then I went back to the same weight as I came in, and then since I came out, I kind of ballooned. So that's why I'm doing the water fast, because I felt like I needed to go back down a little bit. Hello, British B. Oi, oi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? We're scared of catching diseases from sharing toilets and showers? Not really. To be honest, not really. Did I lose the X? No, I have the X. I still have it. Did I put toilet paper on the seat? No. No, I would wipe the seat, but not toilet paper. So they give you toilet paper, but you need to ration it. It's not like unlimited toilet paper. And I mean, if you use it normally, then you have enough. But if you start wasting toilet paper, you'll run out. But now I'm really ready to wrap it up. So we're almost at 2 hours stream. I'll wait like a couple more minutes. So we pretty much hit the 2 hours, and then I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you, British B. Happy New Year to you too. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Let's check in on
My
Geezer.
fucking Steam here, huh? Send invite message here.
Yes, Caesar, I love the C mage voice, please. Oh, please.
Where did I get this sweater? I've had it for a long time, actually. Spooky Sammy. I don't know. It might have actually been my mom buying it, because I've had it for so long. It's not really the kind of stuff I would buy myself, and she bought me a bunch of these different colors, but similar style, the diamonds. Like your sweater too. I was thinking about that. Thank you, anti-vaxxer. We're still here, IP2 president. We still pee freely. Thank you, British Bee. Tell us one of the best books you read in 2025 or are reading now. Annie Rand's Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged were kind of a milestone for me because I read half of Atlas Shrugged in the past, and then it was just taking way too much time to get back to it. I'm reading something now from the library, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish it. It's kind of a spiritual book, finding your spirituality. I have it in the bedroom. I'll bring it out here next stream, and maybe we can talk about it. But I'm just kind of getting into it again. I'm not sure if I'll go through it. What else did I read last year? I read The Atomic Habit, but I'm not sure if that was actually last year or the year before. I've read some of Patrick Bet-David's books. Choose Your Enemies Wisely. It was pretty good, but maybe not quite my stage. I feel like it's more advanced business book. It applies more later on. I'm more in a startup phase than the kind of stuff he talked about. But it's a good book still. I read one of Jordan Peterson's books. How is the title not coming to me now? Not the 12 Rules. I read that a while ago. It's his newer book. Order and Chaos. Looks like Sweater wanted a V-neck but couldn't commit. I have a shirt under. I had a shirt on and then I put the sweater. What do you do for fun now that you're sober? Work out. Watch movies. Waste time on the internet. Kitchen looks very clean. Thank you. I try and keep it clean. And especially now with me not eating, I only have to make food for Sophia. And, well, just two of us is kind of easy for me to stay on top. Objectivism, yeah. Annie Rand. It's ironic. How is that, Spooky Sammy? Is that a real tree? Yeah. Yeah, it's a real Christmas tree. I need to give it water because it's probably low, but yeah, a couple more days. Well, maybe like the rest of most of the week, it's still gonna be up there. I'll probably take it down on the weekend. JMac went live again. Yeah, I talked to him. I didn't click on the stream, but he's been in my stream and we talked a little bit. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't know you and OG. Yeah, JMac has been with us for a long time. Yeah, he's been good to me. Something about useless eaters. Who is John Galt anyways? Anti-vaxxer, the 12 Rules. Yeah, that's his older book. I'm gonna go get it actually. Yeah, so it's called Beyond Order. Good book. Also good book. Kind of philosophical. It gets it talks a lot about the stories, like Snow White and Harry Potter, and like kind of philosophically what the meaning behind them is. But I did put some bookmarks of like passages that I like. So he'll talk like in depth about Pinocchio, and I'm trying to think of what are the other ones, like Harry Potter, for example, the meanings and the parallels between mythology and all kinds of things, and then pretty much like the last two chapters, the last two paragraphs of this chapter is where it gets down to some tangible stuff. So I would like to read this. Aim at something. Pick the best target you can currently conceptualize. Stumble toward it. Notice your errors and misconceptions along the way. Face them and correct them. Get your story straight. Past, present, future, they all matter. You need to map your path. You need to know where you were so that you do not repeat the mistakes of the past. You need to know where you are, or you will not be able to draw a line from your starting point to your destination. You need to know where you are going, or you will drown in uncertainty, unpredictability, and chaos and starve for hope and inspiration. For better or worse, you are on a journey. You are having an adventure, and your map better be accurate. Volatility confront what stands in its way. The way, that is the path of life, the meaningful path of life, the straight and narrow path that constitutes the very border between order and chaos, and the traversing of which brings them into balance. Aim at something profound and noble and lofty. If you can find a better path along the way, once you have started moving forward, then switch course. Be careful though. It is not easy to discriminate between challenging paths and simply changing paths and simply giving up. One hint, if the new path you see forward after learning what you need to learn along your current way appears more challenging, then you can be reasonably sure that you are not deluding or betraying yourself when you change your mind. In this manner, you will zigzag forward. It is not the most efficient way to travel, but there is no real alternative, given that your goals will immediately change while you pursue them, as you learn what you need to learn while you are disciplining yourself. Attila could gain 1,000 followers overnight if he pulled out his axe and took down that fake tree. That would make quite the mess in here. But you know what? That's not a bad idea. Maybe that could be the Sunday morning stream. But I'm not quite sure how we could make that like actually interesting. Keep reading your boring books or pull out the axe. I get it. Well, wasn't it you who asked about the books? I mostly read nonfiction, but well, like I did with Annie Rand, I would like to mix in more fiction. I actually have 1984 on my bookshelf, so maybe that's That's gonna be the book. Oh, I also read the most recent book I read was Arnold Schwarzenegger's autobiography. Total Recall, and this took me a while. It's a big book. This one's happened to be hardcover, but it's actually around 600 pages. So yeah, this took me a while because not being in detention, yeah, over 600 pages. Not being in detention, I only have so much time to read, and this took me a while to get through, but I did, and it was interesting. It was a good read. I got it from the library, so I will be returning that one. Do I like Trump? Yes, I do. I'm a Trump supporter, anti-vaxxer. Yep. I lean conservative. Well, I also think the liberals went like crazy. Because I used to say I'm socially liberal and fiscally conservative, but I mean that's simplifying it too. There is a lot more nuance to things, and well, I do think that the liberals just went off the rails. What do I think of Carney? I'd have to kind of look into it. I can't give you an opinion right now. You took one shot, Johnson & Johnson. Yes, too many outs. Unfortunately, I did take a vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson one shot, and it's probably the biggest regret I have in life. Oh, Carney is Mark Carney, Canadian Prime Minister. Well, Canada is off the rails too. It's definitely not good what's happening there, economically, socially, and during the elections, I thought Carney was really bad. I mean, things were already bad in Canada, so it doesn't seem like it got all that much worse from what it was. But I don't know, with Carney, it's hard to say where things are gonna go. Is he gonna get closer to Trump or farther away? But yeah, things don't look good for Canada. That's for sure, and that's why I would rather not go back to Canada. But we'll see. Do I like that Trump took out Maduro? I think it was the right thing to do. Yeah. With what's been happening over there, well, he lost the election, and he stayed in power. So I mean that thing right there, the having a narco government, the narcotics manufacturers running the country practically, and then not using their oil the way it should be. Like they're not developing their infrastructure, and that's what's making people poor. George Orwell, 1984. Yeah, I have it on my bookshelf. I bought it a while ago, so maybe that's gonna be my next book. I'll switch from non-fiction to fiction. How long since I visited Canada? I left Canada in 2021, February. So almost 5 years. It's next month. It's going to be 5 years that I haven't been to Canada. Anti-vaxxer, you're in Canada. It's not too bad. Only problem is that all the women are hardcore liberals. I strike you as an intelligent person. Thank you. Appreciate it. I try. Gang members were taking over apartment complexes in Colorado. Yeah, that happened. That happened under Biden, and at least Trump stopped all that. So about your father's lost. Did you meet your mom in Chicago? Thank you. Too many outs. Your mom, my mom, came here to California multiple times. She's visited us quite a few times, and she will come and visit again. Yeah. Will I diet after the fast? So I'm planning on going on a beef only diet. Probably only for a couple of days, not too long, but maybe 3 days only eating beef, steak, ground beef, burger patties, and I can have patties, but just patties. And I'm probably just gonna eat at home because, well, I mean, steak at a restaurant is expensive, and it's just so easy to make at home that there's no point eating steak out. It comes with the sides, and then if I'm not eating that, then paying for something I'm not gonna consume. You can get just burger patties at restaurants, but I mean that's not ideal either. Who knows what they put in there? At that point, you're best off getting grass-fed beef patties, and again just making them at home because it's so easy. Yeah, I'm happy to see her too, and it's nice when she comes to visit. Hopefully she's gonna come again soon. But all right, I said a little while ago that I'm gonna get off here. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for typing in chat, and thank you for all the follows. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.